This is consideration of fiscal year 2017 local solicitation certifications and assurances. This is required by the U.S. Department of Justice and is relative to a JAG grant program. Recommended action is to approve the certifications and assurances, authorize submission of the grant application, authorize the mayor, city clerk, and the city attorney to execute the same and any related subsequent grant agreements on behalf of the city.
So moved.
Motion by Councilmember Wiggins, second by Councilmember Miller. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Item 16 is approved. Item 17 is a notification of award of 2017 Bulletproof Vest Grant. There is a local match there. The recommended action is to acknowledge and approve the acceptance of the grant and authorize the mayor and the city clerk to execute any required documentation and to approve the local match.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Councilmember Wiggins, seconded by Councilmember Knight. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Item 17 is approved. Item 18 is a consideration of ordinance ordering the community code inspector to proceed with demolition of the following substandard properties. There is a list there. I'm not going to go over them all. The recommended action is to adopt the ordinance.
I'll move the approval, but I will have some comments after this a second.
Have a motion, we have a second?
Second.
Okay. Now discussion.
I'm going to make my usual statement is that the only way we'll stop having these long lists of houses to be demolished is if we strengthen our housing code so that we require property owners to go ahead and make the changes necessary to keep them from getting to this state. If we can expend city funds to tear them down and put a lien on property, why can we not expend city funds as a loan to get those changes made to keep them from rotting and falling down? And put the usual lien in place to get the money back.
Any other comments?
Yes, sir. And I just would like to extend that as well and say to all of us, that means that when your property that you own, that you might not have the money to be able to fix because you have had a hard time in your job, you don't have a business and you don't have credit that the bank will immediately loan you money. We got to balance that picture, and we got to find ways to help bring financing and access to funds to people who live in and are willing to invest in their community and their neighborhood while we are being less patient with declining housing, because gentrification also occurs when properties are foreclosed and move into other people's hands because they cannot afford to pay taxes. So it's a both and it's a double-edged sword. And I believe that's why we need this Workforce Housing Advisory Council to work together with us so that we're dealing with code enforcement, but also opportunity development.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Item 18 is approved. Item 19 is a consideration of a facility license agreement. This is a renewal for the Rocky Mountain Athletic Stadium with North Carolina Western College. Recommended action is to authorize the city manager and city clerk to sign the facility license agreement renewal on behalf of the city. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Was that, Mr. Bullock, did you second that? Okay. Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Item 19 is approved. Item 20 is a consideration of funding allocation for housing incentive grant assistance. This is to Joy Community Development Corporation. The recommended action is to approve the funding as recommended and authorize the mayor and the city clerk to execute the memorandum of agreement.
So moved.
Second.
A motion by Councilmember Watkins, second by Councilmember Rogers. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Item 20 is approved. Are there any appointments tonight?
I have a comment
Okay.
to what Councilwoman Chris Miller just made in reference to demolition of housing, and Councilman Blackwell, we echo that and agree with that. But are we going to direct staff at some point to look at what you just mentioned in reference to we spend $5,000 to $7,000 in demolition, that money could be used towards the percentage of correcting what needs to be to bring it out of dilapidated or deteriorated state. It's good that we make comments, but we need to put some action to it.
May I respond, Andre?
Yes.
When the house gets so bad, we have pictures of all these properties, by the way, and I'm sure you could arrange to see them. We're not talking about a loose hinge on a screen door, or a window with some panes missing. They get so bad that it would cost so much to make the necessary repairs. It's like, the old tale about the lack of a nail, the shoe was lost, the lack of a shoe, the horse was lost. It's that sort of thing. It's little by little. You have to keep up with housing repairs or it gets ahead of you, and sooner or later the house is falling down around you. And that's what we're dealing with when we tear down these houses. They've gotten so bad that it doesn't make any sense to put money in them. We've got to start making the repairs when they start that slide. Thank you for your time.
All right. First, we want to thank you all for being here tonight. We wish everyone a great holiday season. Merry Christmas. Two things. I want to congratulate the council members that got reelected, and we also want to extend our condolences to Andre and his family on the loss of his father. Some of you may not be aware, but he did lose his father, and we want to keep them in our prayers. Yes, anything else before the council? We need to go into a closed session for a personnel issue. Do I hear a motion?
So moved. Second.
Motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you for being here tonight.